Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, dear friends. On December 25, 1991, Israel became one of the first countries to recognize the independence of Azerbaijan. Today, 30 years afterwards, we begin the anniversary celebration of 3 decades of diplomatic relations between our countries. Before I came to Baku, I called my predecessor in this job, Ambassador Dani Stav, and I asked him, Dani, tell me what it's like in Baku. It's a great place, he responded. Beautiful sights, amazing restaurants, beautiful regions, and a warm and informal culture. 2 months after I landed, the pandemic started. No tourists, restaurants are closed, lockdowns, no travels. As a new ambassador, how do you work? No meetings, no handshakes, no eye contact. I became worried that this might affect not just the quality of life, but also the quality of our relations. But soon enough, I learned that there was no reason to be worried. In these 2 years, I have learned that our friendship is too deep to be shaken by anything, and, as we have seen lately, too enduring to be rattled by anyone. The relations between our nations did not start with diplomats, nor did they start only 30 years ago. Jews have lived for centuries in Azerbaijan as active and proud citizens. And in Israel too, a vibrant Azerbaijani diaspora lives and prospers. Both Israel and Azerbaijan have always proudly championed religious tolerance and diversity. I am standing here today, an Arab Israeli Christian, welcoming Azerbaijanis, Muslims, Christians, and Jews alike. That speaks for itself. This is the heritage that we are celebrating today. This is the foundation upon which we have forged a friendship that has grown ever deeper. It has become a normal sight to see the Israeli flags on windows of shops, on the balconies of homes, and in national parades. And this year, we can finally see for the first time the flag of Azerbaijan officially flying in the Israeli skies. On July 28 this year, Minister Mikhail Jabarov, our guest of honor today, made history when he opened the Trade Representative Office of Azerbaijan in Israel. I wish to thank the leadership of Azerbaijan and the leadership of Israel. And I want to thank you, Your Excellency, personally, for the commitment to the development of our relations. Dear friends, as we celebrate our heritage, we also wish to look forward and build a future together. Our world is facing unprecedented crises: climate change, pandemics, water and food security, and more. Israel is a small country. It's roughly a quarter of the size of Azerbaijan. And yet, our impact on the world's efforts to face these challenges can be mighty. Our most valuable resource is the brain power of our people. This is what fuels our innovation and ingenuity. This is where Israel can make a real difference. Israel may be 60% desert, but we managed to make it bloom. We may be one of the driest places on earth, but we managed to become a leading country in water innovation. Facebook just announced the Meta revolution, and they are going to build their processors, the brain of the system, in Israel, just like all other IT giants. Our partnership with Azerbaijan, mainly through the Intergovernmental Joint Commission, co-chaired by Minister Jabarov and Minister Razvozov in Israel, is already contributing to this global effort in the fields of water management, precision agriculture, smart cities, clean energy, healthcare, and beyond. Minister of Agriculture Inam Karimov just visited Israel with a business delegation to do just that. Israeli technologies in the field of water management and desalination are being introduced in Azerbaijan to preserve our water and to make every drop count. Agreements with universities on smart cities and high tech are being concluded and implemented. Our health institutions have been in close contact and cooperation throughout the pandemic and beyond, including a memorable humanitarian project treating war veterans earlier this year. Our companies are already working together in agriculture and livestock to grow more food using less resources. This is happening all over Azerbaijan, including Karabakh. Now that Azerbaijan has restored its territorial integrity, places like Agdam, Fuzuli, Zangilan, and even Shusha, of which I had only heard of in stories, became a visit destination. I have been there. I have seen the dire situation in my own eyes. The reconstruction and recovery of Karabakh is a historic and momentous project. Israel is ready to be your partner. As we work to keep our people safe today, we will also be working for the resilience of tomorrow, so that our children will breathe fresh air, drink clean water, and live in a world that is better, safer, and more peaceful. Friends, this is the week of Hanukkah. In my life, I've participated in two types of Jewish events in which candles were lit, on Shabbat and on Hanukkah. On Shabbat, which is every week, the difference between them is that on Shabbat, the candles are lit indoors, in the house, because they represent the inner light, the light of the sanctity of home and the holiness of our families. The Hanukkah candles, on the other hand, are lit outside, as we plan to do today. Why outside? Because Hanukkah candles are the light we bring to the world when we are unafraid to announce proudly and publicly our identity, our choices, and our values. The light of our friendship with Azerbaijan has been lit on the outside in the past 30 years. It has served as a beacon to our neighbors, many of which recently signed the historic Abrahamic Accords and forged peace with Israel. We hope that soon, inshallah, the light will be complete by opening an embassy of Azerbaijan in Israel. This will epitomize the heritage that we celebrate and the future we wish to build, a future of peace, prosperity, and hope. Happy Hanukkah. Let the anniversary celebration begin. Thank you very much.